Francis Ngannou shocked the world when he dropped Tyson Fury. In the Battle of the Baddest, Fury was considered the overwhelming favorite before the fight. However, Ngannou's performance led to him losing due to a controversial split decision. While garnering support from the combat sports world, Joe Rogan, UFC commentator and host of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, was also vocal about the judging on display and shared his support for Ngannou's performance. And in episode No. 2063 of the JRE with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Rogan broke down how Fury can now turn the tables on Ngannou. The discussion between the two men touched upon a potential rematch between Ngannou and Fury. Rogan had an interesting take of the adjustments the Gypsy King can make to his game to avenge his loss. Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou's fight was marked by the surprising skill and power that Ngannou displayed. He caught Fury with a left hook in the third round, dropping the champion to the canvas. Fury returned to his feet, but spent the rest of the fight wary of the heat being thrown his way. Despite the fight not being for a title, Ngannou's performance silenced all his doubters, and many fans in the combat sports community called the decision loss a sham, as they felt Ngannou did enough to win. Joe Rogan also blasted a judge involved in the fight for his outrageous scorecard. In the podcast episode, Johnson considered two perspectives on the rematch, one where Fury didn't need to fight Ngannou again, and the other emphasizing the champion mentality. Rogan acknowledged Fury's champion status, but suggested, "I think he certainly underestimated Francis, and I don't know how hard he trained for Francis." Rogan also noted that Fury tended to perform significantly better in rematches. He stated, "I think if he knows now what he is up against, and he just boxes with a real understanding of the consequences of making a mistake, I think it's probably a different fight." He also noted that if Fury relies more on his jab and technical skills, the rematch will look very different than their first encounter. So far there have been no official confirmations regarding a rematch, but Francis Ngannou has made it clear that he is willing to fight Fury again. Francis Ngannou has his sights set on a rematch with Tyson Fury after their recent boxing match. Despite taking Fury to a split decision, Ngannou believes he won the fight and wants to avenge his loss. While signed with PFL, Ngannou intends to step back into the cage next year, but prioritizes the Fury rematch. He stated to TMZ, "As for right now, I feel like there is a lot of options for me, but I want to choose wisely, and I would go for the rematch first." Fury's upcoming bout with Alexander Usyk is already in the works, but Ngannou hopes for an earlier meeting. The Cameroonian also revealed, "If Usyk can step out and let me fight Fury, I'll fight Fury. Then I'll let them do whatever they do. If the rematch doesn't materialize, Ngannou is open to returning to MMA and boxing by the end of 2024. The anticipation for a second encounter between Ngannou and Fury adds intrigue to the unfolding narrative between the two men. Do you think the rematch between Fury and Ngannou will look different than their first fight? Why or why not? Share your thoughts in the comments below.